This is the #1 reason why your form squat sucks. It's not because you're weak, it's not because it's your program, and it's definitely not due to your femurs or anatomy. It's due to your starting position. There are 4 crucial things. #1 is establishing a tripod foot. The squat will always begin at the feet. What the tripod foot refers to is establishing equal distribution of your weight onto your feet. There are 3 points that you need to establish equal pressure on. So there should be 2 points on top and 1 point at the bottom of the base of your foot. And I want you guys to put all equal pressure on those 3 points. You can do this by thinking about gripping the floor with your toes and tighten your toes down and back. Me personally, I like the cue jamming your big toe into the ground. And when you jam your big toe into the ground, your knees should slightly rotate outward because you'll feel that your quads will activate when you jam your big toe into the ground. And that would naturally externally rotate your knees outward, establishing a tripod foot. And when you establish a tripod foot, what that does is establish a stable base for you to squat off of. #2 is squeezing your elbows into your lats. This is so we can establish a strong shelf for the bar to lay on. And I want you guys to squeeze your elbows inward into your lats as hard as possible. Once you do, you'll notice that your shoulder blades will move inwards and it will create immense stability in your upper back, in your upper torso to hold on to the bar with weight. Though the barbell squat is mainly a leg and glute movement, how you're able to maintain and hold the bar on your back is crucial to the movement of the squat. Driving your elbows into your lats, this will create immense torso stability to hold on to the load, preventing the bar from moving back and forth. And when the bar is not moving back and forth, it's not throwing off your squat. #3 is properly bracing. I can't stress enough how many people do not know how to properly brace, even when they're utilizing a belt. What I want you guys to do is fill air into your stomach. I want you guys to be like Santa Claus. Fill air into your stomach and make yourself look fat as fuck. From there, I want you guys to push your abs outward. That again will expand your body once more. I like to use the analogy of this cup. So if you were to imagine this cup as your body or your torso from a side profile view, when people flex their abs, that's what they think as bracing. It's gonna indent like this, right? You see how it's indented when you flex your abs? Because when you flex your abs, your abdominal is actually going inward. And so if you're viewing for this, it's gonna go inward like this, right? Compressing your vessel. Once you have a compressed vessel like this, watch how easily you are crushable from top to bottom. You're easily crushable. Vice versa, if you were to do what I just taught you guys by filling air around your whole entire spine and pushing outward against your abs, look how harder it is for me to compress you. I can't physically do it, and that's because when you're properly bracing, you are much more stable, you're much more strong, you have a stronger foundation, a stronger vessel around your body to keep your spine neutral. #4 is stacking your ribs on top of your pelvis. I see too many lifters either opening up their chest way too much or sticking their butt out like Donald Duck during the squat. And to put it more simple, do not push your hips out too much and do not open up your chest way too much during the squat. And so to prevent your hips or pelvis from shooting up too much, I want you guys to squeeze your glutes. And what that does, you'll notice when you squeeze your glutes, it will actually push your pelvis back in line. And to prevent excessive opening of your chest, I want you guys to compress your rib cage down. And so a good cue for pushing your rib cage down is actually imagine you're doing a standing up crunch. When you're laying down, you're doing a regular crunch, right? But imagine you're standing up and you're just crunching. That is what I mean by compressing your rib cage down. You notice how your opening of the chest will compress back down, right? The rib cage will compress down when you're doing a standing up crunch. A lot of people have a hard time conceptualizing this because a lot of people think about chest up and ribcage down as the same thing, when in reality it's 2 different ideas. And so Ben Pollock or PH Deadlift demonstrate this extremely well. Notice how he's compressing his ribs down and in effect allows his hips and chest to remain in a fixed position throughout the whole squat. So as you guys can see, the squat is a very complex movement and it requires a lot of technique. If you guys just practice this and ingrain these cues over and over again in every single warm-up set during your squat, over time it will be so ingrained in you that it will become part of you. And so I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Peace.